Yep, it's TMZ Verified, the podcast. I'm Wild.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Isaac.
And I know you guys are like, oh my God, where's Jacob? Don't worry, Jacob will be back soon. But we got our social media guru. Isaac is in the building, y'all. Make some noise for Isaac. Woo, woo. There's
Hello,
nobody,
everybody.
and I don't know why I always say make some noise. There's like nobody else.
No one's
nobody
making
else in the
noise.
room.
Pure silence.
So this is our second episode, but I felt like we missed a little bit on the first episode with actually explaining what TMZ Verified, the podcast is.
TMZ Verified is essentially the place where you will go to listen to all of the hottest topics about your favorite people on your feed and everything you need to know about them that you actually want to know.
Yeah, so all the
The
like
details.
stuff you see on social media, the like trending, the viral moments, all the influencers, that's what we do here, right?
Yeah.
All
Awesome.
content creators, everything.
Get down to the nitty gritty.
Oh yes, oh yes. So
How are we feeling? How are you feeling, Isaac? Temp check, where we
So
kinda
Temp Check
see-
being here, 10. Really happy.
okay, yes, we'll take a
Okay.
10.
But in a few days is one of the most stressful times of the year.
Okay, why?
Coachella.
Okay, I knew it.
I can't sleep. My outfits, you know.
Which are always
good
on
or
fleek,
bad?
by the way. Isaac's outfit's always on fleek.
No,
like,
no,
I'm gonna
but-
let
But
y'all
are your
know.
Coachella outfits already planned? Are we
I'm
stressed?
in the making. They're getting there. So like I
Mhm.
ordered everything and now I kind of just have to, piece it all together,
Got
Okay,
it.
see what
okay.
looks good. But like, Coachella is like a fashion show too. It's
Mhm.
not just
Right.
like you're there for the music. You are there to be seen.
Everyone's
the
gonna see you.
pictures, like,
Yes.
Right.
I'm going to the Revolve Festival with my roommate, and
Mhm.
that's
Okay,
a big
flex.
one. So I'm like, wait, I have to look absolutely incredible.
Yes.
So what's the
And-
vibe you going for with the fits?
So I'm trying to do at least one statement piece an outfit.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So if I have like a chill short,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do like a freaky shirt.
Okay.
Or if I'm doing a freaky shirt, I'm doing like chill shorts.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I heard that the most important is feet. Since you're walking miles and
Walking
miles, I think I'm just gonna go with like my Air
Sneaks.
Force Ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
like something super
I'm like
comfy.
ready for all my
You
friends
show
who
up
are
in
wearing like
heels?
cowboy boots like all day. I'm gonna be,
Feet gonna be
you're not gonna do
burning,
a walk
like-
day too.
Literally.
So yeah, just leading up to Coachella is a lot of stress.
Okay, okay.
You're gonna have so much fun.
I'm excited.
Mm-mm.
What about you? How are you feeling?
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm at about definitely not a damn 10. I feel like I'm at like a 7.5.
I'm at a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Why a 7? Because one, I had a really good week. Two, I'm wearing this green sweater that I got, so I'm
You look
really
so
Yeah, green
good.
looks-
thank
green
you.
looks good on
thank
you.
Really good.
But I'm not really having the best day. I had a stressful last morning.
You came
y'all.
late.
Okay, put my business
So
out.
we both came in late at the same time, and I go, "Oh my god, I love your
And
outfit."
we're like, no, I got in here super late, but also, okay, this is a black thing, but I slept like wrong with my hair last night. Like I didn't put my bonnet on.
Okay.
So half of my hair right now is flat and the other half is
I think you look great.
I saw your Instagram story.
these are like real struggles
And
that I be having.
So that
like,
does ruin the vibe of the
it
day.
threw off my whole day. It threw off
Yeah.
my fit. Like so, I'm at about a 7.5. Maybe
Okay.
by
I
the
feel
end
like
of the
that's
day.
strong.
Okay, that's
With
still
what
strong.
you're dealing with, that's a good.
Anything
Okay,
above
well,
a 5
Yeah.
is we're doing good.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yes.
Steph. how
Yeah,
you
Steph,
feeling?
what about you?
I'm feeling an 8 because that's my favorite number, and
Mhm.
I can't really think of anything else right now when it comes to overall what's going on. I'm stressed with work, but at the same time, like I'm just happy. I was sick last week, so
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
Yes.
I'm feeling good.
Something
We're
was
back
in
in
the
the group.
office.
So if you watched our first episode and you were like, "What's up with that girl?"
Oh yeah, the reason I sound congested is
Steph,
because
the
I
first
was
episode was like, hey, what's up, guys?
literally, that's what I felt like. So I'm just happy to be alive.
No,
Truly.
yeah.
Like I'm happy to be good.
Mhm.
I
And
was worried.
no COVID.
No COVID.
People are
no,
like,
no,
does
no,
she sound
no.
like that? I was like, no, she's sick.
But everyone's worried.
All right,
no,
I feel
I'm
that.
great.
Oh, also, by the way, people, Pegasus is fine for the two people that actually
yeah.
gave a crap.
Yeah,
Pegasus
they're
is
like, how's-
How's the cat?
Okay, I'm not. This is so embarrassing, but he was throwing up. I told you he was like sick, throwing up. It was a weird situation. He threw up a string from a balloon.
Me.
So what I think he did was he ate. I got my girl some balloons for her birthday, and then
So
he like
nice.
ate the string off of the balloon.
Without
I
you
guess it was,
knowing.
Yup, and it was in his stomach, and
Did you
it was
take-
just kind of messed up. He threw it up. Once he threw it up, I go, "Oh, he cool," and he ain't been sick ever
Okay.
since. So yes, Pegasus is
Glad
all right.
Peggy's okay.
Peggy. Oh my
All
god.
right, should we get into some stories?
Let's get
Yes.
into some stories. We know my favorite, Trisha
Mhm,
Paytas, is
mhm.
pregnant, and they decided they were going to raise their baby non-binary. This is great. This is the way the world is heading. This is very, like, fans are in full support of this. The issue was there was a gender reveal party. Fans are not happy about this. Everyone's kind of giving their thoughts. Does this make sense? You're raising the child non-binary, but then you're having a gender reveal party. the math isn't mathing.
You're like,
is what
make it-
some
you're like,
people
make-
are saying.
You're like,
Yeah.
make it make sense.
That's what. Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
You never know what they're up to. They are always doing something that you don't see coming. It's a wild ball every single time. So for this to occur, it doesn't surprise me. They just got married, right? Like not
Yes.
too long ago.
Yes.
So I just feel like they are, trying to come out with this whole.
I think what they're trying to do is be open. Whatever the baby is what they're going to accept the baby as. I think it's really not that complex, but
then
fans are freaking out.
But then,
because of
what's
that.
the reveal for? To reveal what?
Yeah, I
That's
think
the
that's the thing
issue.
here. So like for me, I have like I'm thinking about this two ways. So there's like the like me playing devil's advocate, like for Trish
Right,
and them in a
that's-
sense. But then there's also so I'll tackle that perspective first. So in one sense, I'm thinking like, all right, in Trish and Moses,
Yes.
Trish and Moses, they kind of made the decision to be like, we're going to be progressive. Is that the word? Open,
Modern.
progressive. Raise our children in this very open manner, which I think it's great.
Great.
And then I think the gender reveal was just maybe Trish wanted to have a party. But the biggest thing here is this is just seems kind of thirsty. Like I feel like Trish does whatever Trish can do to make people talk about Trish in that sense. So it's like
Doesn't care.
we haven't talked about Trish in like a week. So now Trish
Yeah,
is like,
they're
all right,
like,
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
have
do
a
something. I gotta do something.
Like
I
a
think
part of
what-
this is just. I think this is Trish being thirsty, but I would like to also believe this is coming from a good place. But I don't know. I'm cynical, and this is.
Yeah.
I
thirst.
truly believe, based on their reputation and what I love about them, is really going to be open with whatever the baby decides.
Mhm.
So in terms of if it comes out a girl, if it comes out a boy, doesn't matter. It can wear pink. The girl can wear blue. No gender norms is what I think they're doing here.
Right.
I don't think it's that complex, but fans are pissed because you say one statement and then go
And
to the opposite.
when
you're
was
gonna piss people
it? Was
off.
this past weekend they had it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a weird thing. You can't kind of. I feel like.
I don't know if it was out last weekend. Let's cut that
It was recently though. It was
Recent,
recently.
okay.
But I feel like I don't know. It's just kind of insensitive to members of gender nonconforming communities to be
Yes.
kind of like playing with this thing and be like, we're going to be gender nonconforming, but then next Tuesday we're going to have a gender reveal. Like it's just
Right.
it doesn't seem genuine in that sense.
It's like they say one thing and then they do the other.
Yeah,
Mhm,
you can't put them in a box.
Right.
Yeah. What's going on with Kim Kardashian?
Kim Kardashian was on the Not Skinny Not Fat podcast,
Mhm.
and she did a tell-all to her fans and to everyone listening on all things Pete, Kanye, Skims, etc.
Okay.
This is one of the first podcasts where people are like, I feel like this is the most we've gotten out of Kim in a year.
Definitely.
And it was like a 33-minute podcast, and it just dropped this morning, a few hours ago, honestly. So I was probably the first person to listen to it as soon as it dropped. I sent it right into the desk.
No, the exit comes running over.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
came
"Oh
running
my
wild. I
God."
was like, we have to do this story. But basically, Kim lets her fans and everyone in on these details that no one really knows about the way her and Pete got to how they are now. A lot of people think that they started when they were on SNL together doing that skit, when they were Aladdin and
Yeah.
what's the princess's name?
Jasmine.
But in reality, they were at the Met Gala, and it had come out that Kim was going to be on SNL as, what do they call it?
Host. She
A
was
host.
hosting
Yeah,
that,
she was the host on SNL, and she it wasn't out to the public, but people at SNL knew. So obviously Pete's part of SNL, so he knew, and he went up to Kim at the Met and was like, "Hey, like congratulations, I heard you're doing this." Like Kim was like, "Yeah, do you know when it's gonna come out?" And Pete was like, "I'm not sure," because Kim was like, "I already said yes to it, so I can't back out of it now." But Pete was like, "Hey, I'm here for you. Like, if you have any questions, concerns, here's my number." She's at the Met, full look. She can't get her phone out because she's wearing these gloves.
Yeah, the
Oh,
glove. That's
her
the year
glove.
she had the face thing.
Yeah, she had
covering
her
and
whole
the
thing. So
glove.
she's
Oh,
like, I can't move. But she's like, I can't get my phone out. He's like, okay. And just walks away. Like Pete being Pete.
Right.
Kim's like, I didn't get a chance for me to be like, well, take my number. So they had not spoken or anything. The week of SNL, he didn't really show up until the dress rehearsal day of.
Oh. Okay.
And so there was a fill-in for when they were doing that scene where they kiss. So
Okay.
everyone was like,
So
had
they didn't even practice the kiss. It
didn't
was
do
just
anything.
Oh, that's kind of cute and romantic.
So then she's going on about how during the dress rehearsal, he has finally showed up, and she didn't feel any type of way about him yet. It was more just so like, this is Pete. Like now I get to do it with the actual
the person that I'm
exactly
supposed to do it. Yeah.
When we kissed, I was just like,
Really?
But
Like
I was
a stage kiss?
Yeah, it was a stage kiss, but it was like still like a little zing, you know? It wasn't anything like a super crazy feeling. I was just like, And then I was like, wow, I really haven't kissed anyone else in 10 years. So maybe I'm just like being stupid and it's just nothing. And it's just a stage kiss. And then a few days later, I was like, there is some BDE action. And like, how am I gonna, I just got to get myself out there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And
First
she's
of all,
telling,
so
like,
sweet.
just, this is the first time anyone's heard this.
First of all, so sweet that she's like, oh, I haven't kissed anyone in 10 years.
10 years.
Maybe
Well,
I'm
anyone knows she was
overthinking-
kissing Kanye.
No, but
She's saying I
maybe
haven't
she-
kissed anyone.
Yeah.
Since Kanye, like literally, but being, vulnerable and being, I'm just gotta have a relationship for a long time.
Totally.
Maybe I'm overthinking this, or is it actual
She
like
had the
butterflies?
butterflies.
Yeah.
She's like not
that's so
sure because
cute.
she's like, it's been 10 years.
True. I mean, I don't know. I'm really happy for the whole Kim and Pete situation.
You're holding back.
Somebody check on my boy Kanye. I'm just.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. Kanye ain't shit in this whole in the divorce drama, but I just
stand.
I give it about I give it
much.
about 24 hours before Kanye West is back on Instagram losing his freaking mind.
Oh, absolutely.
After this podcast?
No, for real.
We'll
Yeah.
be there to we'll be there to talk about it.
I know.
But I
it's
do
true.
support them 100%, and
Uh-huh.
I think it's really cute that in that moment she was like, "Oh my God," kind of overthinking. Like that means you like
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy for the two of them, and I love Kim. The podcast is great.
Yeah, and I would say it was also really refreshing and mature of Kim to be like, I know Kanye is with Chaney Jones, and as long as he's happy, I'm cool with that.
Right.
I don't know. Shout out to Kim, man.
Love that.
Yeah.
But
I think they're good
whatever.
vibes right now.
What about you, Wild? What do you got? For
I know.
us?
In other shady news, Jojo Siwa was not invited to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
Can't believe
And
it.
first of all,
I
I
did
didn't
see
even
that.
know that Jojo Siwa and Nickelodeon had beef. Obviously, the KCAs were on over the weekend, and all the kids were like, "Where's Jojo Siwa?" Because everybody loved Jojo Siwa.
And
Also,
wasn't she not?
Jojo, exactly. Jojo had a
Yes.
long-standing partnership with Nickelodeon for some time.
It's crazy.
So Jojo took to Instagram on Saturday and she revealed that she simply wasn't invited to the award show. She said, "A lot of you have been asking why I'm not at the Nickelodeon's Kid Choice Awards tonight, and the answer is very simple. I wasn't invited." She goes on to say, "I'm not sure why, but I just didn't get an invite."
I have several questions.
Okay.
Why wouldn't they invite her?
Mm-hmm.
The obvious. Number two, don't make it obvious that you didn't invite someone by making them like that big of a deal in terms of.
And then not inviting her, like it's like she is okay. I mean, I don't know because we're a little older and we kind of missed the JoJo Siwa ways, but I feel like JoJo Siwa is like the Hillary
Demographic.
Duff.
Yes.
Right? Like she's like
That-
the
that
Hillary
is
Duff
Nickelodeon's
of the
face is
Nickelodeon.
JoJo Siwa.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So
Oh.
just again, the math isn't
Adding up.
mathing.
I don't get it.
Mhm.
Did she do something to them? Are they trying to, kind of break out of that JoJo Siwa? I know that she's, in the LGBTQ plus community now, and I know that that's a big thing we've seen online. Is this controversy? Is it because she came out as lesbian?
Changed up her look.
Okay.
She changed her hair. She's not that cute ponytail
Kid
hip hop
friendly.
kid friendly
Mhm.
dancer. She's had 3 girlfriends now, I think, since she's come out.
Good for
Yeah,
her.
JoJo been knocking them back.
Yeah, JoJo's like, hello here.
No, for
Hello, I'm here.
But that's a
But-
possibility for
but-
sure.
So a lot of people online are like, is it because Nick
Mhm.
doesn't want to show the side of JoJo?
Did we
Exactly.
simply forget, or is this a power move? That's like the debate.
Yeah.
Because it can't just be one
Beating
of
him. Yeah,
oh
exactly.
neutral.
Mhm.
No, that
What-
was a power move or not.
It's really, I feel bad for her.
And yeah, and
I
like
think
Isaac
that's, I
pointed
don't
out,
think that's,
yeah.
it's like messed up.
But a lot of fans online, like you said, have been having that exact conversation, and it's like, this is the first time JoJo hasn't been invited to the Kids' Choice
Yeah,
Awards
in
since she's become a
years.
thing, so
Yes.
it doesn't really make sense. And people are pointing out, and JoJo even has been retweeting y'all some of the tweets that people are saying about the whole Nickelodeon drama. So one tweet was, the only year that JoJo didn't get invited to the Kids' Choice Awards is when she comes out and cuts her hair.
Yep.
Sus at Nickelodeon, and JoJo retweeted it because it's like
Because it's like
that's-
that
yeah,
is
that's
put
literally
the
what it
math
is.
equation together.
it's
It's
literally
like,
like a seemingly a direct correlation.
It
Like,
doesn't make sense.
it's really
Mhm.
sad.
yeah, Nickelodeon hasn't like officially commented on why JoJo.
I know.
No,
hasn't
because they're
been
probably
invited.
literally
'Cause
shaking
they
in their
know,
boots right now.
right? Like, But Jojo
They're gonna
has
get
been
hacked.
like actively retweeting people.
Oh,
who
she's
are,
ready.
like,
She's like, this is
slamming
war
it.
now.
Yep. So,
And now she's probably not going to want to touch Nickelodeon now.
yeah, no, but I don't know. I feel like this is it gets cool for her to. She's a grown ass woman. Like, is JoJo not grown?
How old is
No.
she? 18.
She's 18 years
Grown
old.
enough.
She
Grown
can
enough.
do
She's an
whatever
adult.
the
She's an
hell she
adult.
wants.
Yeah, and control her own image. And I think that,
And I
like
get-
y'all
yeah,
said, this is one of those control
But
things.
typical Nickelodeon, that we've heard this before.
I know.
That sometimes when you change up what you want to do,
Yeah,
that
same
you
with those
were
Disney
before,
people.
and you become an adult, then they're
Mhm.
like shunning you. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's a power move, but there's also a probability that they forgot. But I'm thinking that's a no.
Yeah. So I guess maybe we'll wait and see what Nickelodeon has to say if they come out with anything as to why they didn't invite her. And we'll hear from maybe JoJo's team something, along the
Yeah.
lines.
So someone else who's been like super open and vocal about who she is as a person, Holly Scarfone, is here
Woo!
today.
It was amazing. She was a
Mhm.
dream. She was so cute. I did not expect her to be so like talkative and really open. And
Yeah.
I really, once we get these people in here, they really just want to talk to us,
Yeah,
which I
and
love.
It's cool that we get to see these people online, social media, on TV, Too Hot to Handle, Netflix,
Mhm.
all that, and then they come in here and they really show their personalities, say, talk about themselves, and we get a
We got to see
breakthrough.
her relationship on TV unfold, but we also got to hear about the relationship in this interview, so it was really great.
Nah, it was really cool. Let's
Yeah.
check it out.
It's TMZ Verified. I'm Steph,
I'm wild.
I'm Jacob.
and today we're here with Holly Scarfone. Everything you need to know, we're going to find out. She played some mind games on Too Hot to Handle,
Oh
studied
my
psychology in college.
Oh
on
yes, yeah.
YouTube
Clap it up for
now.
Holly, people.
Woo! Hi, everyone.
Actually, don't clap yet because I'll watch season 3 of Too Hot to Handle. And Holly, girl, you and Nathan, problematic.
Hot. I loved it.
Hot,
I
right?
loved
I mean,
it.
$120,000 worth of problematic though. Like,
Listen,
what happened, Holly?
It's just a number, baby. No,
Okay,
I just-
explain the premise of the show for people who have never watched Too Hot to Handle.
Okay, so if you guys haven't seen Too Hot to Handle, basically they take, I think it's like where they're like 10 to 15 hot, single, people who go on this island thinking they're gonna go party, right?
Right.
And live it up. And then essentially we get there and we find out that there's like rule mandates and that we're actually not allowed to touch each other. And if there's any physical like contact, any sexual contact, you lose money for the rest of the group. It's a very, very brilliant concept, actually.
So when you say we find out that we can't touch anyone, you were on season 3.
Yeah.
So didn't you already know going into it? Like, I kind of know how this works.
And I get this all the time, but I was told that we were going on parties in paradise, and then we got there as Pleasure Island. So it was like a new show, a new concept. Like everything was in the work, but basically we were told that we were gonna go yachting around and just on an island, hot in a bikini, ready to party, bunch of singles.
That
So
sounds chill.
you lose money if you touch on this show. Would they get really mad at you if you in real life, or was it just for show?
No, I mean, of course everyone get mad in real life. Like, I mean, it's interesting because it's like you have a group amount of money. Like, it's a jackpot for everybody. And so, like, if 2 people or, more than 2 people if they want, it hasn't happened in Too Hot to Handle history, but it could, touch each other, like, it loses money for the rest of the group. So you're like essentially battling like a dynamic of like building a relationship with someone without physically touching them, and then also building a relationship with the rest of the group. So it's more of like a self-journey type show.
Well, wasn't
if
there a
anything.
lot of controversy on that final episode where weren't you kind of flirting with Nathan and there was a lot of money on the line, and didn't people get a little
Oh, that was the
upset?
whole shebang. That was the whole season.
Listen, I had proven to him that I could keep my hands to myself, and
You gotta tease him a little bit.
I had to tease him to see if he came back and could keep his hands off me and physically enjoy a conversation.
and show that he really likes you.
But people took it like, oh, Holly's trying to tempt him and lose some money. Like, give me a break. Like, I hadn't seen my man, whatever. He comes back. I wanted to see how he would act in that circumstance. Like,
And at that point, it's,
if he
how
took-
long had it been at that point? Like, you can only restrain yourself so much.
I know. Well, here's the thing though. Like at the end, you do. It is a self journey. Like at the end, I feel like I got a grip of it, and I really like understood, how to gracefully, move a relationship forward without physical touch. But here's the thing though. Like one of my love languages is physical touch. So I felt like it was really difficult for me because that is one way that I like to build a relationship. So I mean, at the end, it kind of got more of a
Since
grip
the
on it.
whole premise is not to touch, since your dating life after the show, has it changed where you're like, oh, maybe I don't need to be maybe I need to get to know the person intimately, emotionally, or is it just the same?
I mean, like everything has changed since the show.
Really?
Absolutely everything. And even the way that I just view relationships in general, I tend to take them a little bit more seriously. Like, I don't really, I don't love casually, I don't really do like casual hookups anymore, whereas that may be something I would have done before the
okay.
show. And you know what I mean? I'm not like, I don't know. It's just, I take things a little bit more naturally, but like,
So you hit on something interesting. You say, I don't do casual hookups anymore. So then what would you
Yeah.
call, I mean, I'm just busting the door down
Oh,
right now.
God.
So then what was Scott Disick? Because I'm just curious.
I
So
don't
that
know what's
wasn't,
going
so
on.
clearly based off that logic, this wasn't a casual hookup by any means.
well, it's not like we were married to each other, but like, it is casual. But like, in terms of like when I'm seeing someone, I, tend to just focus on that one thing, if that makes sense. And that goes for everyone, not just Scott or whatever,
Yeah.
It's just like, that's just how I'm approaching situations and projects in my life in general.
Well, so walk me through that, because I know you guys were first together in Los Angeles and then you were in Paris together. I mean, that's, there's hooking up with someone and then there's going on trips with people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think? Just explain how you guys met. And
You guys are getting all the
busting
tea
it door.
today.
It's TMZ.
All right,
Come
here we
on,
go.
you sound
Hi,
surprised.
TMZ.
So how did you guys first meet? You said you came off the show and
Yeah.
your life changed. I mean, Scott Disick, that's a huge star.
Yeah, Scott and I had mutual friends even before the show. So basically, I had kind of known that, he was interested just like through mutual friends, like, he was kind of like, oh, who is Holly? Like, whatever. And yeah, I guess we ended up, meeting for the first time. We went out to Nobu. It was very casual, you guys.
Okay.
And
Just
I mean,
casual Nobu.
Yeah.
You know,
The
you just go to Nobu and
yes, it was though. But that's the thing. Like, yeah, we had mutual friends. It was a very natural thing. It's not like, it wasn't like any sliding in the DMs. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
when you were in Paris, you posted a very scandalous photo and you credited him in the photo credit. What was the day like? A day in the life of being in Paris with Scott Disick.
Oh God. Well,
Was he a gentleman?
a day in the life in general, being in Paris is amazing, right? But
Oh, you're with Scott Disick.
yeah,
Was
he is a gentleman. He's really
Okay.
sweet. He's a really great guy. Honestly, I've got nothing negative to say. Like he, I don't know. He really is a gentleman. Like if I didn't have sunglasses,
Yeah.
like he's very giving, and like that's just something that I look for in people. Like
What's one thing you don't think anyone knows about Scott Disick that you'd want the world to know?
I don't know. I think he's misunderstood. I think he's got a really good heart, and I feel like it's hard to be in the limelight. Like I haven't been in it that long, so for someone who's been in the limelight for so long, I could see how that could like, take certain tolls or like, make you feel a certain way. But like, it is a lot. Like, waking up and seeing a new article and like, not knowing. Like a lot of it is just like, whoa, like I didn't.
yeah.
I don't know. And sometimes the articles aren't even true.
Right.
Like,
Well-
and so I don't know. And I think the media can be tough. It really can.
No, totally. Well, to that point, like, were there
Yeah.
any articles you saw where you were like,
A ton.
All right, then what was wrong?
Well, a ton of them where I woke up and like I genuinely like had to turn my phone off for the day because it's like not just the article. It's like people texting you and like it is really cool to have I'm not gonna lie, like it's cool to have a sense of notoriety. It's cool that people care, but like sometimes people care about the wrong things and like I don't know. There was a few articles where I was like I need to turn off my phone because it was just a lot. Like it does become a lot.
So two of your co-stars, Harry Johnson and Cam Holmes, they came out and they were like, Holly's relationship with Scott is fake. Holly's just
Which-
milking the
yeah.
cow. How do you respond to that?
Well, I didn't even see it. My mom sent it to me, and I was like, oh my God. And the first thing I did, I didn't even, to be fair, read the whole article because I was just like, what? Like, these are, so Harry, I haven't seen since the show, but he's an amazing guy. Cam, I have never met. But I've talked to his girlfriend, Emily. She's amazing. She's actually probably going to be here for Coachella, so I'm going to see her.
Right?
Yeah, it was something like that where I was like, wow, like these are people I considered my friends, and like I don't know why, they would say something like that. They don't really know much about my life. Like it was just like damn, like are these really my friends? Like, and I'm sure, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and people told me this. So when I first came off the show, people said to me that like there's gonna become a certain point where like you got the whole friendship, family feeling. It's always going to be that. I felt like that because, I live with these people for like a month, a month and a half, and you go through so much together. But, a few months in, things will switch up. Someone told me that, and I was like, no way. And like, it's all love. I've got no hard feelings. It was hurtful to see those articles though. And
Are you guys still in contact, you and Scott?
I mean, listen, it is all love, peace, and happiness.
Well, yeah, you're just getting grilled right now.
I know.
with these
Yeah,
Scott
literally,
questions.
I'm like,
But
you
I have to
guys.
say, no, I mean, and
Yeah.
listen, like I appreciate you being open. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw this girl, Rebecca Donaldson. She was at the
Yeah.
premiere for Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
She was.
So what was your reaction when you saw them together?
Well, oh god, not to spoil. I guess that's out there in the world anyway. But I was at Catch the night before,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's all right, girl. We saw the video. It's cool.
and listen, LA is like there's no other
There's
town like
no-
LA. I swear to God, because I was just having a casual night, and I guess he was there with a girl, with Rebecca.
Yeah, let me set the scene. So Scott and Rebecca were already in, and then
Yeah.
the paparazzis caught Holly
of
going
course, and
in right after Scott. So what happened? You went in to catch.
Yeah, well, and there was a ton. It was casual. I mean, here's the thing. It was casual. There's a ton of people there at Catch already. Like it was one of our friends' birthdays, so like they were having a little birthday dinner at Catch. So we were just, my friend Sergio and I just kind of, went to meet up with them and say hi. And all of a sudden, there's a ton of paparazzi, and like there is paparazzi that hangs out outside of Catch. It's pretty casual usually, but yeah, once I walked in there and like saw it was fine, it really wasn't a big deal at all. Didn't feel a certain way. But it was when I was leaving Catch is when it got like overwhelming because it was like the Hunger Games. I swear to God, it was like, damn, they're really trying to catch me crying.
No,
and
for real. They're
throwing
like
up and
cameras
punching
everywhere. They're like,
air,
Holly, Holly, Holly.
They
It's
wanted
so
to see
bad.
me dragging somebody out. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's all,
Well, good on you for not acting like that. I mean,
Well, no, I mean, I don't own anybody, and I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm a very open-minded woman. Like, live your best life. Like, it's, like.
yeah, totally. So I mean, guess that was just in the spur of the moment. How have
Yeah.
you been dealing with it? I guess for the past couple days and weeks.
Fine, like literally fine. It's not like I'm like heartbroken or anything. It's just like at the end of the day, like I said, it was just,
Yeah.
Move on.
So I want
Yeah,
to circle back
yeah.
to your experience on Too Hot to Handle. What
No.
is your relationship with Nathan like now? Because I thought y'all were like, this is a thing. Y'all
Oh,
were like
God,
seriously
this is
gonna be
gonna be-
together, and it seemed like y'all was trying a long distance thing for a little bit. What happened?
Yeah, this is gonna be a juicy episode of TMZ. Oh God,
You sound
guys.
surprised.
I know.
You're in the belly of the beast right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, yeah. As a PR standby, yeah, Nathan and I agree. We're fine. But, I'm not gonna lie, I feel disrespected by Nathan. That was it. And like, and here's the thing, like, it's easy for just relationships in general. Like sometimes if you were really like into someone, really in love with someone, and really public with them, it's so easy for things to, go south or whatever. But like we really kept it cordial and like we're great. The reason why we didn't work out in the beginning was because of distance and time commitments and visas. That was it. It was a logistics thing, which could potentially been, fixed in the future, right?
Yeah.
And that was the goal. But, comes to a point where you feel disrespected. I'm just gonna be honest, I felt disrespected. I don't think I would want to date Nathan again. I'm not looking for, I know, yeah.
After
that's
you
what I'm
watched
looking
the
for.
show, did you have a different opinion on Nathan?
No, not at all. Like it was really wonderful watching our journey. There was a couple things in there that I was like, okay, very interesting. But like, you never know. I always take things with a grain of salt. Literally, like you never really know. I base my judgment on people based on like what they tell me and my experiences with them personally. But so yeah.
So what was done in particular that you found disrespectful?
I mean, guys, this is something that it was just maybe some things that he has said to me, maybe some things that, boundaries that he has crossed with me that like in any circumstance maybe wouldn't be appropriate. So I just don't think he's the one for me. And like,
hey man, we're just going
Yeah.
through life.
It
You gotta
is.
you gotta kiss a lot of toads to find your prince.
Exactly. You know what? Like, and that's just the whole point of dating is like, getting to know different people and seeing what you like and seeing what you don't, and pushing your boundaries and seeing what's acceptable and what's not. And like at the end of the day, I've got no hard feelings. I hope he lives the best life, and like maybe we can you know be friends in the future. But right now, for my own personal healing, like I just need space, and that's just that. Like that's just that.
And I'm just listening to you talk about your
Yeah.
dating trajectory. I mean, you said that you dealt with Nathan, who did some things that were disrespectful, and then you meet a guy like Scott Disick, who you said was a gentleman, and I'm sure that
Yeah.
that was very comforting.
Yeah, yes, but they're also very different types of people, and you know what I mean. Like they're very, very, very different types of people. But yeah, it's really refreshing just to get to know different people. But like, yeah, I don't know. That's just that. Like I feel like everyone wants to know about like my dating and personal and like my love life is like a huge part of me. But like at this point in LA, like it's not like what I'm 100% focusing on either.
Well,
But,
aside from dating, what are you looking forward to in the future? You started a YouTube channel. Are you going into
Yeah.
acting? What are you looking forward to with your newfound fame?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just out here living life. I want to like, build a relationship with the people that follow me. Like it's kind of amazing to have a community, and like, I get a lot of advice from the people that like, follow me, and like hopefully vice versa. But, it's been really cool to just, connect with people. That's what I love to do. I studied psychology. I love connecting with people like on an individual standpoint, but also like as a whole, and like I don't know. So yeah, I started my YouTube. I recorded my first podcast, which is kind of shame. Yeah, it's really
Congrats.
cool. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, I just want to create and live life and just be happy.
Yeah.
Literally.
So you've done the reality show, which
Yeah.
has essentially like thrusted you into the public like
Wild.
spotlight.
Yeah.
What was your plan before all this? Because you have a degree, you just graduated.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. So I studied psychology. What was my plan? I mean, I was modeling for a long time. Not that that's what I wanted to take up, but like I've kind of just I don't know. I've just kind of like gracefully went through life and just followed different opportunities, and like that's what I encourage people to do is like live your best life and go what feels good, even if it's out of the norms. Like for example, like I even thought maybe going on a reality show would like close doors for me in the sense of like, okay, well I studied psychology, like will people take me legitimate or whatever, you know what I mean? Because it is a really vulnerable show. Like and traditionally, like if you're gonna work with a therapist, it's very like it's very like clean cut, and like you sit in a room or whatever. But like I don't know, I think the message for people out there is you can do what you want to do. You can switch industries. You can just live your life. You only have one of them. So.
One of the things I'm just so curious about on any dating show,
Yeah.
and I'm just so curious. What were your parents' reaction when they're watching their daughter on Too Hot to Handle talking about like sex and all this
Oh,
stuff?
God.
I would be like personally, and maybe this is just my relationship
Yeah.
with my parents, I would be mortified.
Oh, I even apologized to my parents beforehand. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. But out the gate, I came out in a sprint. Okay, like they know me. I'm just very outspoken and born to shine. But like I don't know. I've always just been really open about my sexuality. My mom was really supportive. My dad, my whole family was really supportive. They support me in everything that I want to do. I would say that on my dad's side, they're a little bit more conservative. We're Italian. I was, so that was I don't even think he's watched the whole show, to be honest with you.
Really?
He watched it. He told me he watched the first episode, and I was like,
And then he was like scarred. He's
"Oh
like,
my
no.
God." I was like, turn this off, please, and don't ever tell me you watch this again. No, but it's all good. I mean, when you put something out there, like you expect everyone to see it, and that's okay. Like, just live life, and you know what I mean?
Have you considered going on another dating show? Or are you kind of in retirement now?
Or they did like a Too Hot to Handle All Stars. Would
Or
you
like
go back for that?
Bachelor.
Oh, I don't know if I would do The Bachelor, because that's where it's like one guy and like a bunch of girls, right?
But
Not
what
my
if it was
style.
you?
Choosing from a bunch of men, I don't know about that either. I feel like that's too like picky and choosy. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, I would go back on a dating show. I would think it would be interesting going back on now, knowing like the inner workings and stuff. Because I don't know, I think I was like, I don't know, a little bit shy or whatever, but I don't know. It was
A little
amazing.
bit shy. If that's you shy,
Yeah, exactly.
holy moly.
Yeah, stay tuned for round 2. The next one's gonna be crazy. No, I'm joking.
I didn't realize we were getting the introvert. I'm ready to see the extrovert.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know. I think I'm open to opportunities. Just depends what it would be. But like, I would never shut anything down.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Are there any celebs that are in your DMs currently that you can share about?
Couple of my DMs.
Who's the hottest one?
I'm not gonna name drop.
All right, well, just tell us what they do. Are they like basketball players,
Yeah, shoot your
rappers,
shot.
singers? What is it?
I've never really been into athletes. Like I am, but like athlete. Well, I can't even sit here and be like.
So it's a lot of rappers in your DMs. Is that what I'm hearing?
There's some artists, yeah. Artists are cool. I don't know. I feel like creators are just cool in general. But like, you don't have to be an artist or rapper. Like I would like anybody. But like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. So Harry Jowsey, when he came on our first episode, he was explaining to us how you go into the DMs. So someone who's on the other side of it is getting the DMs. Is there anything someone can say to you where you're like, oof, I gotta, that was good. That was a good one.
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's like, I don't know what it is to catch my attention. I think you just have to, in all life circumstances, I feel like you just have to go in there and like do something different. Like a pickup line, the pickup line would have to be like fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I like? Write me a song.
Oh,
Okay, write me a freaking song. No, I don't know. I mean, who knows? Just please no, like, please no picture. I know Harry was talking about how he gets like,
Yeah.
please, that doesn't work with me, you guys. But thank you. It's all appreciated. Peace, love, and happiness. But
So I know you're not like, I know you didn't come here just to talk about Scott Disick. But come on, we're talking about smooth guys. So you're at the date on at Nobu. What does he say where you're like, all right, hey, this is a gentleman?
I think it was afterwards. I think it was us like just hanging out one-on-one and just talking about like, life, just talking about like circumstances. And then, that's when like, boundaries are like, barriers are broken, right?
Yeah.
Like you just kind of like talk to someone one-on-one and about real things. And yeah, I think, initially we had like, hit it off and had a really good chat.
Did he get personal enough to talk about the kids or Courtney or anything like that? Even if it's lighthearted or good vibes only?
Yeah, one thing I really enjoy about Scott is I feel like he's like really, open and he's a real guy. He can have real conversations and he's very comfortable to talk to.
Right.
So non-Scott Disick question.
Yeah.
Tell me about your podcast, girl.
Ooh,
Like,
thank you. Okay, so I mean, essentially, I filmed my first podcast with my best friend Sergio. So
Okay.
Sergio's a character. I don't know if you guys have followed me, you'll probably see him in my like stories and stuff. But there's no one in this world like him. He is just like dresses up in the most extravagant outfits. He's grown up in LA his whole life. He knows the inner workings, and you guys know that like there's no other city like LA. Everything's like limelight, glitz, glam, paparazzi, and strategy, and whatever. Not necessarily, but it's very interesting the way that things work in social interactions. Are very different. And so someone like me who's just regular girl, like I just moved here, and so
not regular at all. Like,
well,
Not at all.
yes, not regular, but like I didn't grow up in LA.
Yeah.
So our podcast is like, we talk about all things like, love life, dreams, fantasies, but like a lot of the times we talk about like, how crazy it is here in LA and like how to maneuver it. And, he's given me some really cool insights, and I don't know, we have a really cool energy. So
And
I'm
also,
excited about that.
your LA experience is not like my LA experience. It's
Okay.
like you're going to parties probably with influencers. Exactly. That's how you met Scott Disick. You're meeting them through friends.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to like
It's-
Baja Fresh and like
Yeah,
chilling
Like
but
at
Ross,
Boston
I'm going
Fresh
to
is the
Ross.
best, literally. I mean, it's the best of both worlds. But I mean, it is the weirdest thing being in LA and being at a party and seeing like Jeff Bezos next to like Dixie D'Amelio. Not that I've seen that, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like
Right.
just like people from different industries, like who are doing something different in the same location. It's weird.
Well, so when you
thing.
it's interesting. So when you're at these parties and you're with so many high-profile people, do you feel like you can't let loose? Because like I go out to party, I'm trying to chill, I'm trying to
Yeah.
drink, have fun. But if you're being watched by all these people, and maybe Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
who knows? Do you just feel like, oh wait, I can't like drink right now, or I
I
can't
think
chill?
that's why a lot of celebrities stay home. I don't know. Like honestly, I
I
don't.
stay home all the time. I'm not
Literally,
celebrity, but I'm like, I'm staying
literally.
home.
Yeah, I'm becoming a little bit more of a homebody than I thought. But yeah, no, I mean it's great. I feel like I can be myself. But at the same time, like, yeah, like you also want to like put on the best version of yourself. I'm also not in college anymore, so it's not like I'm like putting back. I barely even drink anymore. Like I thought coming to LA, I was gonna like party and go crazy and like whatever. But it's actually been really chill and cordial. But yeah, no, I mean it's chill. It's like.
What's the name of your podcast?
You guys, it's called Holly in Hollywood.
So
okay.
cute.
I like
Thank
that. I
you.
like
It's the
that.
cutest name.
Yeah, I mean it's very appropriate, right? Like, it's all about, my journey here in Hollywood. And I wake up each morning and I see the Hollywood sign, and that's something I manifested for myself since I was young.
Well,
So
I'm huge into manifestation.
What is the correlation between being on Too Hot to Handle and being super into
Jacob,
manifestation?
manifestation is
I'm
the
saying
way to
Harry
go.
Jowsey
It's
comes
a
in here
voodoo.
preaching like, hey, like
It's because Lana
You
just
guys
has the
gotta-
I
manifesting
feel
in that.
manifestation.
That's right.
It is so real.
It's
I really,
real.
yes.
Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that show Lost? Like
I-
from a
like,
long
a
time ago
long
on
time
that
ago,
on that
yeah,
island.
uh-huh.
It's the same thing. We all go to this deserted island, and there's some weird juju there. And now we're all like manifestation and
Holier
crystals.
than thou.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You went to Boulder.
Yeah,
Dude,
Scobabs.
that's for real Sco Buffs. My closest friends went there and they literally say it's the best.
Have you visited?
One of my
Oh my
biggest
God.
regrets of college was not going to Boulder. 100%.
Yeah.
Everyone says it's just the best.
It is. I mean, it's the best if you want, like, it's great education. It's the best if you want like a college experience. So like, the frat parties, the beer,
Yeah.
wild. There's a lot of EDM house music. It is really cool actually. Like, and at the end of the day, like Boulder becomes a little bubble too. Like LA, like it is like a little bubble, social bubble. And
Do you take a little bit of that psychology from college into your dating life?
I would think so. I feel like that's like, and I feel like that's one of the first questions that guys ask me is like, and when I tell them I've studied psychology, they'll be
They're
like,
like, oh no.
can you psychoanalyze me? You know what I mean? Or like, are you guys psychoanalyzing me? But like, I don't know. I think it's more of
They're
a.
like, what am I thinking right
yeah,
now?
they're like, can you talk
You're
about
like, no, I'm not a psychic.
yeah,
I just studied psychology.
yeah, exactly. Maybe a little bit of a psychic. No, I'm just, but
So, yeah, so wait, so you finished your degree after the show, right?
yeah, so I filmed. So I filmed the show while in school actually, which was wild. I had to rearrange a couple things to make that work, but then yeah, I filmed the show, and then I had like 6 months left of my degree. Banged up the degree. Show came out. Moved to LA, and yeah.
So when you go
this is
back to
history.
Boulder, I mean, Boulder's like such a big school. I know there's a big Greek life scene, all that
Huge.
stuff. So when you go back to, people don't even realize what you're about to be on this show, right? So you
Yeah.
have time to hang out a little bit.
Yeah, because when I went away, I left for like a month, and like no, and I'm was on social media before, and people just thought I was on like a yoga retreat or like whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, right?
Maybe
And
she's
then-
going through something right now. She ain't posting on Instagram.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. She's going through something, but yeah. So I mean, it's. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I've been back once since the show came out. It was really cool to just, and it's really cool to like have people like, send me messages like, oh, like Sco Buffs. Like, it's cool to have that representation. Like, Sco freaking Buffs, everyone.
The face of the university.
Let's go,
Come on.
everyone. Listen, stay in school, get your degree if you want. Okay, it's go educated people in Sco Buffs.
Okay, so we have a thing called Make the Headline.
Oh, no.
Basically, we're gonna have a bunch of faces that up
Okay.
here, and the premise is you're gonna be a reporter at TMZ for a sec.
Oh, fun.
So check it out. So we got these 3 categories. We got breaking, we got exclusive, we got update. And Wild, Stephanie, help me out here if I'm
Okay.
explaining this the wrong way.
Mhm.
Okay.
So they sound similar, but they're
Yeah.
actually different.
Okay.
So here, like for breaking,
Wild news.
look at these people. So no, breaking is something that's just happening with them right now.
Okay.
Just
It's
something.
fresh information.
Yes.
It's fresh.
Okay.
It's fresh.
Exclusive is something that no other news outlet knows.
Cool.
Nothing that's been reported.
Yeah.
Some
Nothing's been
inside
Exclusive
tea.
to TMZ.
Yes.
Oh,
Here we go.
No
exactly.
other one.
And then an update is just the latest update that you have on that person or a story that happened with that person. So just your latest update based on your relationship with that person.
Okay.
All right, you got this?
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
So would you start with breaking?
Yep, we're starting with
Pick whoever
breaking.
you want.
All right, here we go.
Pick the person, we'll slide them over.
Let's do Harry Johnson. We're gonna throw it back. All right, here we go. Ready? breaking news. This is Holly from TMZ Live.
Okay, wait.
And we have Harry Johnson made the Daily Mail for the first time. Woo!
Oh, it's kind of shady, but
No,
congratulations.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't know that was like making it.
No. I'm
Holly's
sorry,
like,
is that-
someone cares about you, Harry Johnson.
Sorry, no, it's all up. But it's fun. This is fun.
It's
Okay.
cool, it's cool.
Wait, was that negative? I didn't mean it
No,
to be
that was
negative.
great.
No, it's great.
Okay,
it's great.
okay.
Love the announcement. by the
Yeah,
way.
really, you did the TMZ reporter right off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An exclusive.
So this is news that only Holly knows that you can tell us about a person on the board.
No one else knows.
Okay, let's do Harry Jowsey.
Woo.
I don't know if like the information I know is what other people don't know, but okay, let's do it. All right. Exclusive to TMZ, this is Holly Scarfone reporting live, and we just heard just in that Harry Jowsey keeps a bunch of goals and aspirations on his mirror each morning, and he wants to be a talk show host.
That's actually really cute. Wait, does he really have aspirations on his
Yes.
mirror?
It does. I think that's really
That's
cool.
really adorable,
Yeah.
actually.
Didn't we spend
We
like
did.
10
He
minutes
told
talking
us.
about that
Oh.
last
I didn't know he had him on
Oh.
his mirror. I thought he just okay, whatever. Bye.
Yeah, I thought that was like what, and he has a lot of like energy prisms in his house. I like that. I'm very spiritual.
I
I like
respect that.
Manifestation.
manifestation is a real thing, everyone.
Yes.
So, okay, and update. Okay, let's do Francesca. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Holly from TMZ reporting live, and I am here to report that Francesca is grabbing dinner with Holly Scarfone on Tuesday. That's
Okay.
There we
There
go.
Oh, there we go. That was a good
That
one.
is
Yeah.
actually really good.
You did amazing.
Thank
killed
you.
it. You're hired.
Thank
For
you.
real,
Hey, I'm
right.
TMZ.
Holly Scarfone, everybody. Hey, woo!
Hi.
We don't have as many people in the room to make as much noise, but yay!
It's okay. Thank you guys so much for having me. That was really fun.
Thank
Thank you.
Guys, that Holly interview was so good.
I loved her.
No,
She
it was really good.
amazing.
I wish
She
you
was
were there. It
sweet.
was such a good interview.
Thank you guys so much for watching TMZ Verified, the podcast.
Yes, be sure to check us out on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you get. Did I just make that up? I don't even know if they got Google Podcasts.
We're available
But if you
everywhere.
Google us, you'll find us. Thanks
Yes.
so much.
See you next week.